Yo, what's up, lads and ladies? This is just going to be a little quick run-through of the Minar Picnic event, which is just landing in MapleStory Global. We're going to go over some of the important bits in the event, and then just a couple of bits and bobs. I have skipped a couple things in this, because I'll just do them in a video when they come out. For example, like the bracelet event. I'll make something more in detail that when it's more relevant, because that doesn't start at the beginning of Minar. So we're going to go over the things that are kind of consistent throughout the whole event in this video, and then if there's anything extra, we'll just add it on at another time. But the first part I want to talk about is going to be the daily check-in reward. This is a check-in track that very simple. You kill 1,000 monsters 5 days a week. You check in and you get 5 rewards out of that week. It can be any 5 days. It doesn't have to be like Monday to Friday. You could do like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, right? It doesn't have to be perfect, but there's a lot of free stuff you can get from this. The first reward being a Terra Burn, a 30-day prepared Spirit Pendant, 40 Extreme Growth Potions, cubes, more growth selectors, more cubes, symbol selectors, like 170 Black Flames in this track, which is quite nice. The secondary Black Flames at the bottom is changed for Interactive World. I believe that's cubes, but in Heroic server, it is Black Flames. The box at the end is a Magnificent Growth Potion and a single Soul Urda. So essentially it's just a Mag Growth Potion, because Soul Urda is basically useless. But that's what that box is, in case you're curious. And then those ring selectors are event ring selectors. So things like a Tenebrous Wing, a Wake Ring, and the new Abyss Hunter Ring, which is a event ring which you cannot potential. I repeat, you cannot put a potential on it, but it gives you 20% mob damage. So it's good for like a low-funded mule, which you just want to grind up quickly, I guess. I wouldn't advise claiming that on your main, because you're going to have to sacrifice either drop gear, meso gear, or both for the benefit of the mob damage, which me personally, I wouldn't be interested in. I'd rather just improve the strength of my drop gear overall to compensate. So that's this track out of the way. Very, very simple. All you need to do is kill 1,000 monsters. If you miss a day, you can pay Maple points to claim up back to like the days that you missed. So don't worry if you do miss. The next thing we want to talk about is going to be the treasure hunt. Now, this is the Gamba part of the event for people that are interested. You'll see this UI on the right side. Again, this is 5 days a week. And I believe everything, you have to kill 1,000 monsters every day to do it, so just keep that in mind. It's like a general rule of thumb. But the way this works is you will send the halflings on a little like picnic or like a treasure hunt to different areas, and you'll give them a lunchbox. And the color of the lunchbox you give depends on what items you will get back. The yellow lunchbox, as you can see on the left, is always a static reward. It's consistent. You will always get something. If you give them the red lunchbox, there is a random chance of getting a reward. And you might think, well, there's 5 areas. Can I send them to all 5 places? No, you can only send them to 3 areas at a time on said day. So, for example, you could send them to the area like the river with the Black Flames. You could send them to the forest with the Node Stones, and then like the pond with the symbol selectors. And you could pick those 3 for that day. You would then pick what color lunchbox you want to give them. So say I'm going to the river, I want Black Flames. If I take a yellow lunchbox, I'm going to get 2 Black Flames. If I do a red lunchbox, there is a 55% chance I get 0. There is a 30% chance that I get 3. And there is a 15% chance that I get 8. So you can gamble if you want to get higher reward. Me personally, I'm going to do the static guarantee 100% of the time, because I'm more interested in always getting a reward as opposed to potentially getting more and potentially getting nothing. So I'm always going to be going for static, irregardless of what all the math geniuses will also say. Oh, statistically, it might be better to do gambling X amount of times. I really don't care. Because you could just be unlucky and hit below the average and get like 0 awards like 5 days in a row, and then you're just statistically worse off, right? So I'm always going to do the static guaranteed reward, personally. But pick your poison, right? You can do what you want. The next one that we are going to talk about is going to be the Acorn PK, or the Punch King. This is very simple. If you've played in Identisk, or if you've played in any previous events with a Punch King, this is similar to the Guild Culvert, where you go into it, you have a monster you need to beat up, and you'll get a score based on how much damage you do, how many phases you get through. It has 5 or 6 phases, I believe, and the highest amount of points you can get is 1,150. The total amount of points will determine the amount of experience you get rewarded back. Now, this is really good for strong, high-level characters, because you can kill this, get like a massive chunk of EXP, and it's once a week this time instead of 3 times a week. So you only have to fully buff once, which is really nice. But yeah, really, really good one for this. I'm going to use it on my main the whole time. If you want to use it on like weaker characters, just keep in mind you will get a lower score, and as a result of that, you'll get less experience. So I would suggest doing it on your strongest character, and you can claim the experience once per week. Again, once per week this time instead of 3. After the Punch King, we have a party quest known as Forest Blast. Now, if you've seen a video of Forest Blast, you're going to think, oh my goodness, this looks really long. Do not worry. There's a bunch of different stages to go through in this party quest. If you know what you're doing, it's going to take you about 5 minutes. Maybe a little bit more, like a couple extra, maybe like 7. But you have a 30-minute timer to do this party quest, so don't worry. Even if your team is completely clueless and you have no idea what you're doing, you will complete it one way or the other. Another thing is, you will die in this party quest. Do not worry, and don't care about like min-maxing efficiency. The bosses are designed to kill you, unless you react to all the different skills. You flip them, you counter them, you stun them to animation cancel them. So don't worry about like getting flamed by like teammates or whatever. Everyone will die. But we've written down a little like suggested tactic on the left side. So when you spawn in, you'll be on a map with rashes. You want to kill rashes from level 1 to level 5, and then move 2 maps to the right to kill beetles to 5 until 10. You then want to go back and kill the boss rash, and then go forward a map and kill the boss beetle. Boss beetle, you will need to flip with it's either fluid or bark's skill. They have like a grind skill, like a floor skill, which you can flip the beetle over. You need to do that to do damage to the beetle. You'll then move maps to harps. And just kill harps until 17. All of the dragons have like an AoE skill, so just use that. The harp boss is really annoying, and it flies around. So you want to use it's Volatrix, I believe, to stun the boss, and then just burst it down and kill it. And then after you kill the boss harp, you want to go to hobbies, which is the next map over. Kill them until level 19, then kill boss hob, and then kill Manon. There's a very important, if you play Bark in this, you want to use your damage mitigation a lot of the time, because the bosses will do big damage. They are designed to kill you, of course. And there is also a secret dragon called... it's Inferno, or it's Ignis. It's that black and red one you can see at the bottom. Every time you level up in this PQ, there is a small chance that one of your party members will transform into Ignis. And if the transformation happens, completely ignore... this suggested path, and just go through just literally do a boss rush. Just run through it and clear it in like 2 minutes. Because the Ignis character, it's very rare to spawn, but it has one ability, and that one ability just one-hits everything on the map. It kills Manon in like 3 hits. Whereas all the other characters, you have to like actually do like a boss fight. So Ignis is very strong. If you do get lucky and you run in a party with Ignis, just blitz the boss, like blitz the fight, and just run through and kill everything. Really, really cool. You can get a mag pot from doing this a couple times. Experience nodes, a mount, which we got in Abyssal Expedition, and then some costumes, which is pretty cool. But yeah, follow the little guide on the left. It'll take you like 5 minutes to clear if you know what you're doing with your character's skills, with like the damage reduction, the reflection, the stuns, the flips, the buffing, the healing, all that stuff, right? And you want to clear it at least once with every character to get all the costumes, and then there is a secret mission for Ignis as well, which we will do something on in a little bit. And then finally, as part of the consistence through the event, there's an event proc. Now this is killing 300 monsters, and you will trigger a like FMA map skill, or full map attack, which will grant you a boost of experience, and then do help with like mobbing and things like that. Very, very simple. There's 2 versions of this. The top right one will be at the beginning, and then the bottom left one will be for the second half of the event. But this is a very, very simple event proc, very easy to use. Honestly, you just kill monsters, and then you get experience, and it clears the map for you. Really, really nice, really, really easy. And that's about it. There is a little bit, some bobs which change later on in the event, like the flower bracelet thing, which we'll go over. But the main thing is just make sure you do all of your forest blasts, make sure you do your Punch King every week. Your treasure hunt 5 times a day is very important. And then your daily check-in. The daily check-in is the most important one to me, because there's a lot of good stuff in this. So make sure you don't miss this. And yeah, that's about it. Have fun with Minar Forest. I'm not going to do anything on the coin shops, because I've already done like a coin shop video, so to speak. So if you click in the top right at somewhere in this video, I'll have like a coin shop linked. And yeah, good luck. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And me and hopefully other members of the community can help you out. Stay safe, have a good evening, press like, subscribe, and thanks for watching, much love, bye bye.